Hey guys, how's it going? Bearded here. Welcome back to the search for Factorum. So as you can see behind me, I've been busy. I've been welding, I've been placing a bunch of blocks, I've been trying to plan out some things, and I got pretty far. So yeah, this episode, I think what we're going to do is we're going to continue with the capital ship. There's a couple things I did in between episodes that I want to show you. But other than that, I really don't have any plans. I just want to get this done and see if we can't get off the moon here and head on our way. So I'm just going to jump right into it and I'll show you what we did and we'll keep going. So welcome and let's get busy. More building time. I'm so excited. Let's go. What was that? Pressing clearance. Yeah. Look at all the signals, man. There are a ton of signals around here. Most of them are neutral, but man, they just started popping up. And I'm thinking what it is from the new update, because it was supposed to be like a improvement on the PvE experience. So yeah, and speaking of the update, I did add some blocks from the update. So I tried out these floor blocks, which I'm not too sure I like. I'm going to try a different color. This is kind of a weird color, but there's those. And then under here, which I think I really like, is the pipe blocks. They look pretty cool, especially when you start merging them into like thrusters and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. But yeah, we'll keep using some of these new blocks and see how that comes along. So we've been doing this. I got more thrusters in. I added some ions, which is cool. What else did I do? Oh yeah, I put some landing gear down. This was getting kind of weird. I was a little uncertain of how stable this was going to be, just hanging off this piston. So I decided, well, we're going to have to land places. So I incorporated some landing gear. So there's that. I worked on these side, what do you call them? Nacelles, I think. So we can add more thrust there and turrets and stuff like that. So, oh yeah, I want to show you in here too. This is pretty cool. Here's the airlock. Got the vent. Nice and cool. I like it. Got some access. Another new block. Cargo terminal. I like it. I think that's a nice block. But then I have this little hallway here because I found out, well, I figured out that with the hydrogen tanks there, they're not airtight. And I did a thing which made this whole area kind of not airtight, but I want to keep it. So there's another airlock here that goes down to either side because I did something crazy. So I added a piston up here, and then I added a assault cannon. That's what that is. And they're on a piston. So they're tucked up under the ship for now, but when we take off and when we're flying around space, we can deploy them and it'll be cool. We can get some better range for them. Got a welder here, which I need to weld that up. But I need to pipe it in up top so I can get some ammo. But yeah, the other side, I think I got more done than this. Let's run around there. Yeah, this one's going. So by doing this, there's a big hole here and I can't really close it in and make it airtight. So this whole area around here, I'm going to have to probably like railing off or something. Somehow cordon it off. But this is all going to be not airtight. So I have to make an airtight area. And this is it. It's going to be a central hallway. So, oh yeah, added some reactors. That's all the things. What else did I do? Oh yeah, I got to show you this. Let's run over to that right there. There he is. I set up a silver miner. I was getting silver with the space miner, but it wasn't enough, and I know I'm going to need more. So I put a platform up there by the little turret platform where our solar array is, and that's where I put a platform for the silver miner. So he's going, gold's going, platinum's going, ice is going, we got iron coming in, we got all the things. I might need to go get some magnesium because we're going to need ammo for all this. But yeah, that's pretty much all I've been doing. Working on this and the silver miner. That was my main thing. What are we going to do here? Oh, I just don't know. Like, this is kind of what I'm thinking of, having a landing dock or docking area, because I want to take the space miner with us. So that's what takes up this big space here. But then I need to slope up because I'm running out of space in my crater, which is okay because I like the shape it's going for with going up like that. So we'll kind of come up and then maybe forward a little bit more. And I think what I'll do for the time being is make like a command center or a control area so we can use just this section so we can take off. Well, there's my thought. I'm going to get rid of these signals, man. There are so many of them. So first things first, I think what we'll do is we'll get up here and try different colors for these floors and see how they look. Let's do that. Here's the floors. They have this edging around them, which I'm trying to make work with what we're doing here, but I'm just not digging the color. So let's do this. 1, 4. Look at our colors. I think we were doing white for most of this stuff. There's the big floor in white, and I don't know what I think. Let's try some more. So the little stripe comes out better. I don't know. This gray and this gray don't really match. I wonder if I can do that and then change the white. I don't know. Let me see if I can come up with a color scheme. What's that look like? Well, that's not bad. I kind of like that. Let's just paint it all. There. Yeah, that's messed up. That was supposed to be a corner the other way. Whoops. I don't mind these little accent lines here. I just don't know. Let me think about this. I'm gonna pick a color and then we'll just go from there. I gotta think outdoors. I gotta think of stuff. We gotta continue shaping things. So yeah, unfortunately, I think it's gonna be another building episode, and I don't know what to tell you. But maybe we'll get a bunch done, and maybe in the next episode, we'll be able to lift off, get to space, figure out how we're gonna do the rest of this. Okay, let me figure this out, and then I'll bring it back in, and we'll keep going, building, doing the things. I'm just gonna stick with white, I think. Yep. All right, guys. I'm just gonna stick with white. It works. I did change this color a little bit so that it matches the gray, kinda. That's a hard color to match. But that's done. Enough interior decorating colors and stuff. I think what we'll do is we'll get into Wanda, and then we'll just start laying out some blocks. And we got the sun coming up, so that'll give us some good light. Wanda! Get in here. Change my view, and then we should be able to take off, right? Here we are. Oh, since I'm here, let's weld you up. There we go. Control G time for Wanda. Let's move our hinges down. Get you out of the way. Control G. Here's all my stuff, and I think what we'll do is we'll start like coming over here, and I'll keep shaping this out, and we'll see where we get from there. Build montage, I guess? I don't know. We'll see how this goes. I need steel plate. Might try to just do this by hand. I don't know. We'll see. And lock. Let's get some steel plate. We'll keep going. I think what I'm gonna do, we'll get rid of you guys. That's going to be a good place to put some reverse thrust. I like that. Then I got some more downward thrust. If I need it, I can go up with that, and then we'll go lateral thrust is going to be the main thing for these nacelles. Ooh! I made it. All right, I'm going to keep shaping this out. We'll figure out what's next. I'm going to have to get back into Wanda to do the top part. I think that's what I'll do. Get into Wanda, I'll shape this the rest of the way out, maybe weld it up, and then we can see what it looks like. Let's do that. Dang it. Okay. Ooh, I've got 1 energy. Oh, run. Okay, guys. I think I got to do something here. I know. Okay. Whew. Let me get some energy and then I'll show you how far I've got and then kind of what my plan is because I got to do something about this. Okay, energy's back and I haven't gotten real far with this. I did do a bunch of welding with Wanda and laying out on this side, which I think is pretty cool. I'm liking the way it's going. The shape is kind of cool. New blocks, by the way, digging those. But climbing up there, like I'm having to come way over here. And then climb up here, climb over here, and try to lay out these blocks. And it's a big hassle. So Wanda works and using the cockpit to place blocks worked, but she runs out of fuel pretty quick. So I'm thinking I want to make a platform, like a little working platform. Something with some ions, you know, simple little thing with ions, one battery, maybe a cockpit so I can place blocks. I don't need inventory. I just need enough fuel to fly around and place these blocks up here where I can't quite reach. I could make scaffolding, but man, that's a lot of grinding and resetting up and grinding, and I don't want to do that. So I think we're going to pause here for a second and I'll pick a spot and maybe put a rotor or something in, and we'll make a small grid little platform so we can get up on those high places and keep shaping it out without having to worry about running out of energy and falling and all that stuff. So where can I put that? So if I take a hinge and stick a hinge there, grind you down, and I want to add a small head. Little guy like that. Actually, I have a way of maybe connecting this. Yeah, okay, wait. Sorry. I had a little trail there that I wanted to do, but we got to build the thing first. So let's get this built. Let's get this built. Cool. And then I want to turn you 90 degrees. Velocity. Are you going the right way? No. Perfect. We'll share inertia tensor. We'll turn the lock on. What? Wait. Stop it. I don't know why it moves like that. Turn our braking torque all the way up, and then we'll just turn this off. That's locked in position. So what I'm thinking, and oh man, I could almost, I don't need to pipe it in. I'm not going to have an inventory. So we're good there. I just need a thing. So let's build a little dock station so we can build a small grid little platform to get up and around. Let's do that. There. Little simple thing. Probably dress them up a little bit, but you know, get rid of you. Let me weld this up and then we can start building the little guy for the platform. It's a little docking station. Cool. Let me get the parts. We'll finish that up and then we'll build the platform. Got the parts. Connector and what was it? The light, I think. And a light. Can I reach the light? Yes, I can. So we'll go radius. We'll turn this way up so we have lots of light. Turn that down and we'll turn the intensity down. Good enough. And I like it just a little bit more warm. We'll go with that. So if I turn my lights off, yeah, I can dig that. So off of this little guy, we will build a little platform. So I need a connector and some stuff. Let's see how this plays out. I think this will work. I need a gyro and I think I need a cockpit because I want to be able to place blocks from the cockpit. Maybe an oxygen tank. But let me weld this up. Get all you done. Hopefully I have the thruster components to do that. I should. But yeah, get all this done because we need to do it in layers because I won't be able to load the battery if I keep going. Oh, finish you off. And finish you off. And I should be able to get to those. I might have to change this downward thrust here. Can I get up here? Yes. I want a cockpit right in front. That's what I want. Did I put a cockpit on here? It doesn't matter. We'll just get one. Which one do I want? There's the old-fashioned one. Flush cockpit. Kind of looks cool. I don't know how I feel about that. Not the fighter. That one's kind of nice. And he looks kind of goofy. I'm going for goofy, man. Yeah, let's do gray. I like it. Yeah, that looks fun. And I will move you. Whoa. Okay. Yeah. Get you. I think I might have queued that up twice. Get rid of you. He looks funny. So we need a gyro. We can put some oxygen tanks on him, and I need some upward or downward thrust. And I'm going for really simple stuff. So let's see. There's the new oxygen tanks. Let's look that up. Look at those little bad boys. I like them. Should we put one or two? We can put one. I can mount it there. Yeah, let's do that. We'll mount it there. I need some conveyors now. And I think we'll just go simple. Because I don't know. I can put a gyro maybe right there. That would be cool. And we'll just do you and a T. And then an elbow. Now the problem with this is I am not piped in. Dang it. I should have thought of that. Oh man, that's not going to work. Because I didn't pipe in the connector. Well, you know what? We won't do it. I need to save space anyways, and so we're not going to have it. We'll just go off of the tanks in our suit. A good idea. I might use that later on. Those little tanks. Those are nice. But we need, let's put the ion on because we can get that done. Make you blue. We'll put you there. Ion. I need a gyro. Could put you here. And essentially that's all I really need to make this go, right? If I jump in here, got a good view. I can look at stuff. I can place stuff. Whoop. Pretty simple. I think what I'll do though is I'll add some lights. I'll add some, a little platform. So if I get out of the cockpit, I can step around and do stuff. You know what? Now that I think about it, if I'm gonna do that, I might want to go with a different cockpit.
Inventory full.
Inventory. Because I want to put a platform, so if I want to get out and weld off of this platform, I can do that. And I think by doing that, I'll need a way to get like a platform on the back here. Whoa! Platform on the back here coming off, and then I'll enter the cockpit from behind. Ah! There. So back to the cockpit. So which one do I like better? We'll just stick with the old guy. I like it. The OG cockpit. There we go. If I really want to get fancy with it, I can move that connector up one after I disconnect it. Because then I can pipe in stuff. Ooh, I'm liking this idea. So maybe I can put an oxygen tank on this. Like that. I like it. Oh, I need girders. Okay. Get some energy, get some girders. I'll finish this up and then I'll bring you back in when we have everything welded up and we can give it a test. All right. I'm making a platform. Platform connector. Switch lock. And I have one idea before we go. I think it would be cool to have landing gear on the sides in case I need to dock somewhere and jump off. So we'll just get one of you and we'll make it caution yellow. How about that? And we'll just stick one there. Up here. Stick one there, and then I just need a mag plate. Turn you on. And we're gonna grind you. Well. I like it. I think it's good. It'll sit down like that. Turn the dampeners on. Let's raise it up. And I'll get out. Let's see if I can't put a mag plate on here real quick. Where did I put my mag plates? Right there. We'll just put one right on the bottom. Cool. And we'll auto lock off. I should be able to still get in there, right? Okay, cool. So if I sit down, turn you off, and we'll go into... I'm going to leave this mag plate on this menu. Actually, I need to name it first. There we go. So if I get out, here I am. I can weld, I can do things. Let me get some stuff in my inventory and we'll see if we can't give it a test with placing some blocks. You look really goofy. I don't know. He's okay. I'm gonna have to think of a cool name for him because, yeah. Alright. Actually, I want to make sure if I have to jump out. Yeah, I don't want to jump off the side. So I have to get on hello? Get on the back. There we go. I'm assuming under a full charge we'll have plenty of time we can spend up here so we can place some blocks. It's a little slow. Not too bad. But I didn't want to overdo it on the thrusters. So I'm going to keep placing some blocks. Let's see how we can do this. Control G. And I have to put some stuff on my menu. Cool. Ooh, I think I'm going to like it. And then if I want to come over here, I can come right up to you. And if I want to dock, whoops, Control G to get out of that. And then I gotta go here, and then I gotta go ready to dock. I can jump out. And I can weld, and I can be up on things. I like him. It's ugly, but it's functional. We are going for functionality. Cool. I think this will work fine. I think I can get into some of these smaller places and do some block placement. So I'm going to continue to work on this and shape this out a little more. And then I guess I'll bring it back in after I get a ways, maybe weld with the crane and go from there. Man, not really much going on this episode. Sorry about it. Let's get busy. Oh, okay. Let's take a look. Control G to get to my main menus. I've been busy. I've been doing. I guess we'll do this. This little platform's worked out really nice. I like him. I can dock on the side and walk around, but here's kind of the shape of the ship so far. This area here is all thrusters. We're gonna put thrusters in here, but I think it's coming along. I'm kind of liking the shape. I'm digging it, but I'm thinking I've just got a lot of building ahead of me, and I don't know if really you guys want to see me just keep, you know, showing you where I'm at and then doing some stuff and then doing it again. So I'm thinking I'm gonna end it here for today. I know it's going to be a shorter episode, and I know it's not the greatest of content, but I want to get this done. Let's sit down nice and easy. Yeah, I want to get this done, and I want to get it up in the space, and there's not a whole lot going on here. Lots of signals, but they're all neutral stuff and just a few of the Ember. They've been flying overhead, but they're staying far enough away to where I'm not shooting at them, so I'm okay with that. But I want to get this going, and it just takes time. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna end it here for today. I'm gonna keep working on this, gonna weld this up, gonna keep going. This is gonna be a landing kind of dock area for the space miner and probably my little platform, because he's handy. But I'll keep doing that. And then, yeah, we'll see what happens next week and see if I can make some good progress. Give myself some time to kind of get this going, and then we can get to space sooner. So I guess let me know in the comments if you'd like to see me just build and do. To me, it's boring. I don't want to see that. I mean, I want to see maybe some interesting stuff, but yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. So there it is. So I guess that's it. I'll just keep building, and until next time, take it easy, everybody. Have a good one. Whoa. Forget it.